So joining me on GYS today is Absolute Swimming head coach Nadine. You've just started at the academy now, and can you tell me a little bit about your coaching experience?
Yes, I started with Learn to Swim coaching when I was 16, and now I can't believe it's 10 years later. And so I went through all the phases from Learn to Swim to stroke development and then going into squats.
Yeah.
And I completely fell in love with the process. Like from having a little kid and seeing them develop, and then also the older kids and they're like the teenage stages. I absolutely love dealing with the kids because every day it's a different technique or personality that comes up. So I really do enjoy it. And I have to say I had a very good coach that was my own coach. So when I first started, she motivated me a lot. And I think that set a very good background for me. And also my squad coach, he was very strict, but you could always talk to him.
Yeah.
So I think the background that I had of coaching and my idols that I had as coaches was just such a good motivation, and I just wanted to transfer that knowledge
Yeah.
basically to everybody.
Yeah.
So that's how I got involved in coaching.
Yeah. Fantastic.
So
And
yeah.
based on all the knowledge that you have got from your mentors and coaches along the way, what would you like to
Okay.
implement at Absolute Swimming?
So in absolute swimming, we have a very nice process that I love, especially the communication between the coaches and the parents, and then the coaches and the kids at every single stage. I would really love to continue with that, and a person can just improve it as a person go away. And the other thing for me that is also very important is developing the coaches. So, from every stage where we are to develop the coaches, and that the development that the coaches have is relevant to any new technology, any new information that we've received, and that also it's relevant to the coaches and the levels and the ages and all of that, because I feel like that is a very big part of absolute. And then I would also just like to continue with the good relations that we do have, since we have so many people that we deal with all around the world. Like there's people from Spain, there's people from Sweden, then we have our people that grew up in Dubai. So just to maintain that relationship is very important for me with absolute. So just to grow from there, that is my that is my best thing. So to take the foundation that we do have and just grow with it and make it better. So yeah.
I guess you are new kind of to the UAE swimming scene, but how have you seen that, swimmers in the UAE, as well as maybe if you can tell us a little bit about what you saw it working in other parts of the world?
Yeah. So with COVID, I've noticed that there is a lot of changes coming from when you would normally go to a gala or a competition and there would be this crowds of people, where suddenly it's just the swimmers and their entries, and the swimmers can't really interact with each other much.
Yeah.
So when you line up for your heat, it's like it's 2 meters apart where the kids sit from each other, and it's a completely different environment. But I think it's an environment that people can also make work for themselves, because you swimming is an individual sport. So, but I think we will miss our spectators, but we'll make the best of it. But in the UAE, I have to say, I think the most exciting thing for me will be the different nationalities, to see their approach for it. Because you will, like, even with me with my squads, I would have kids that are from Spain, and the way the words they will use to encourage their friends and the personalities, it's amazing. And then the people from the UAE itself, where they would use these awesome Arabic words just to motivate their teammates. So it's like a big culture coming together. So I can just imagine when we start again with our competitions that it will be, I really think it will be amazing, to be honest.
And
Yeah.
I guess how important do you think competitions are too for kids to kind of put into practice what they've learned and support each other as well?
So for me, competitions is very important because I believe when you're going to put in hard work and effort and you want it to show somewhere. So I feel like competition shows us that the hard work and effort that you put in is going to come out. And there will be some months where you are lazy, maybe you have exams or something like that, and you'll go to a gala and you might be disappointed with your results. Um, Maybe then on the next time, the kid will rather be motivated to at least come swim for an hour than not come and train at all. So I believe competing and being competitive is very good. And also in when you go into adult life, it teaches you if you're going to work hard, you will get the result. Nobody, a lot of people might not always see the hard work that you put in behind the scenes, but the hard work will definitely show when it has to show. The hard work will show.
Yeah.
And also with competing, swimming is such an environment that it can be super competitive or it can just be about swimming a race and doing your best in that specific race. And even for the younger ones that start competing, where after a kid has done their first competition, you can actually see their behavior changing in training.
Yeah.
So I believe it's something amazing, and the growth that goes with it is is something to be excited about. So yeah.
Oh, that's great. And I guess with that in mind and hopefully returning to competition next year, what kind of plans do you have for across the winter months?
Okay. So across the winter months, we are running a squad clinic.
Yeah.
So our squad clinic that we are running is basically it's from the 13th until the end of December. So our squad clinics are broken down into specific skill levels. And with those skill levels, you will be able, let's say we're only doing tumble turns and all the aspects to tumble turns that we will be doing. And also within the winter, the thing is, I believe we are lucky that we are in Dubai because we don't really get a winter that we are used to. And with our pools also that are heated, it's nice because if I was in South Africa right now, and it was winter, swimming there would be so freezing cold that a lot of people stop swimming in the winter. But here in the UAE, we are really lucky to have the weather that we do have and to also have the awesome facilities that we have because the pool is heated, and it's just beautiful if if that's a word I can use, but it's really it's just beautiful because you can swim the whole year around, and if you swim the whole year around, your skills do not deteriorate, your fitness your fitness doesn't go down the drain. You can and you also your endurance, your swimming endurance, you can actually build from it. But if you, let's say you take a 4 month break, you will definitely see the difference between the kid that swam through the whole year and the kid who didn't swim through the whole year. And since we are here in Dubai, it's lucky to have the weather that we do have. Even though it gets a little bit cooler, I can't say. At least there's not snow on the deck, on the pool deck, while the kids need to swim.
Very
So
true.
I think, yeah, that's for us. It's nice.
Fantastic. Well, Nadine, thanks so much for chatting to Golf Youth Sport. And I think with your enthusiasm, it'll go a long way at Absolute Swimming. So we look forward to seeing how you go.
Oh, awesome! Yes, I'm also looking forward to that. I think I get like a little child when it gets to swimming because there's so much you can learn still. And even though I've been coaching for what 10 years almost, every day there is something new, some new idea, and I just enjoy it so much. And I'm lucky to be with Absolute, to be very honest.